Look at me, I'm taking a shit.
You go to the Green Mansion, you might get a clue on where Condor is.
I'm getting a real clue, alright.
He's like, well...
Look at the building. Look how high. I'm like, it's 5 stories, 6 stories.
Yeah, but that's in the background. There's perspective.
But the perspective's still fucked up. I don't know. You still shouldn't be able...
I like how your like bottom foot goes like invisible when you jump.
What the fuck is this thing? Do you hear that? Oh, it's my health. Spree.
I've already been to the Spree River.
Oh, now I'm on the other side. Yeah. I better grind quick.
You're gonna die.
I know that.
You're dead and you're like still shooting, or you're like falling over.
Yeah. Max Payne 3. That's the entire game.
Dude, Max Payne 3 was so good.
It was something else. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know if I loved it or I hated it.
I played through it like 4 times.
I thought I was missing the atmosphere of the first games, but it had something else going on.
Yeah, it was a different... It did feel like a completely different game, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I liked it for what it was. It felt like a fucking Schwarzenegger movie. Like...
Yeah. There's only helicopters left. So
Max should have died so many times.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Throughout. I always felt like he grinded up, like, the pain pills and then just put it in his wounds.
I liked it. When I played 2 for the first time when it was new, that game like blew my mind.
Oh my god, I played it on the Xbox original, and I thought it was
I think I played
good.
it on PC. But I mean, of course, the first time I played the first game, I was like, there was a demo for it on one of Luke's PC Gamer magazines, and I was like, this demo just had this tiny little demo area, and we just played it for hours.
Oh, like the subway station, probably.
It wasn't even part of the game. It was like a training mission where it just kept on spawning dudes.
Oh, nice. So you could test out the engine.
Yep.
Yeah, I played it on PS2. Like, first of all, I did not hear anything about that game until, like, you know, I heard some kids talking about it, like, at middle school. So, like, I was bored, and...
Yeah, that's one good
I think
thing.
I think it was, like, oh, Rockstar... Did, Grand Theft Auto... Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3 had come out before, and I loved that. And this was something different entirely.
I didn't play 3 until it came out on Xbox.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I had not played it.
Did it blow your mind?
No, I mean it was already. I'd seen it like at friends' houses and played bits of it, but I didn't play through it until it came out on Xbox.
Like, I never liked any auto games really until I played that.
But that was the thing. Like, Luke always had a PC Gamer magazine, so he always had these demos of games that were coming out like in a year or something. So I already like all the PC games I was always caught up on.
I used to go to, like, here's the thing, like, I never subscribed to the demo disc magazines. What I would do is, like, I would take the demo disc out of the magazine and I'd put it in a cheaper magazine and buy that, like, or buy one that I really wanted to read. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't really a fan of official US PlayStation magazine, but I mean, it was cool, I guess.
I had a subscription to that for a while.
But I ended up going with something else that had multiple systems.
Yeah.
Same thing with Nintendo Power. I love Nintendo.
I had a subscription to EGM for a while too.
Yeah.
Cool.
I liked PSM. That was a cool magazine. R.I.P.
Or Game Freaks. Wait, that was a thing. No, was it EGM? No, Game Pro had like the
oh
cool,
yeah,
cool,
the guy's
awesome,
face,
like,
and
yeah,
he's just like like
yeah.
if he really likes a game,
right.
or he puts his thumb down, like if
Yeah.
it's shit.
I need to go find all my old magazines. Like I found all my old Xbox magazines, but I have all my old EGMs and stuff somewhere.
I have all my magazines like on display in my room, but you know, that's something that maybe I might want to get into.
Watch yourself.
Face to foot style. That's something like I like going back and reading. Yeah. It's something I like going back and reading because like if I'm looking for a good retro game to play, like I'll read some of those editorials, or sometimes you'll find those games that were canceled.
Right.
Like they have like a editorial about them and you're like,
Yeah. I remember reading a review or a preview of that game for PS2 that was like a fighting game where you were like heavy machinery, but it never came out to America. It was like a bulldozer versus a front end loader.
Oh, nice. There was this game called The Lost, and it was based on Dante's Inferno. It was made by the people that made the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver games.
In the river.
So
I liked Soul Reaver 1. I
yeah.
played it all the time.
So basically, imagine Soul Reaver, right? But you play as this lady, her daughter committed suicide, and she has no reason why. So she goes.
Go back to the Spree River.
Yeah, she goes to hell to find her daughter, and like you get to play as all these other characters that you have, like just all these messed up looking creatures and shit. And it looked like a ton of fun. Like, god damn it. Okay.
I know they were making a Nightmare Creatures 3, and that was canceled.
Yeah. They were supposed to be making a movie, too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. The source material of Nightmare...
the first one was good. The second one was so bad and crappy.
The first one's... when you get to that fucking squid thing in the well, is just terrifying.
I loved that game. I rented it like 10 times when I was a kid. And then I finally got it like years later.
I think they used the same engine on Nightmare Creatures for that shitty Spawn game on the PS1. Remember that game?
Yeah, I never played it, but I had a demo of it.
My neighbor friend that I grew up with, he always had all sorts of weird, obscure games that you wouldn't think anyone would pick up.
Yeah.
And he had that Spawn game, and we tried beating it. Like, that was the thing. Like, he'd have a game that nobody could beat in their right mind unless they had Game Shark. So I owned a Game Shark, and I had, like, this cool-ass one where you could, like, program values for it and stuff. Like, take, for instance, there's this VHS tape that came with it that trained you how to set values and make unlimited health and all this other stuff.
Right.
So, like, we'd fuck around with that. Anyway, I had some codes for Spawn, and we went through it, but it was really bad. It wasn't worth it.
Remember ODT?
Do I?
You played it with me.
I think I do.
There's that, like, it's just black
Oh,
sky, and
yeah,
you're just walking around getting, like,
yeah.
the key cards and the different magics and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the music was...
Yeah, I remember that now. So some of those like old PS1 like 3D games I tend not to think about. Like some of the best ones were like Fear Effect, if you ever played that.
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh god, so good.
I never played the second one, but I love
the second one like supposedly had some lesbian scenes and shit. I definitely wanted to pick it up, but I could never find it.
No, I have the first one, and I rented it, and my mom watched me play through because she wanted, because it was like a horror game. Because she always would get horror games and then make me play it because she was too bad at video games, so she wanted to watch it.
See, that's how I feel too. It's like my mom was huge into horror, so she'd sometimes peek in on.
It's a helicopter. Looking at the ground.
I know.
You maniac.
The first game I ever played for PlayStation 1 was like I was at Funkoland, and they were having like my mom was always curious because she knew that I love video games, so she would always like ask to test out stuff and stuff like that. So they'd have to go and hook up a PS1. So like there's this guy trying to sales pitch us on the PS1, and like he picks out the game. He's like, oh, there's this great game called Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
And then so like I'm sitting there, I'm like maybe 8 or 9 or so, and like he lets me play it, and I get to the fucking zombie. He just walks me directly to where the zombie's at, because I wasn't sure about the controls yet. And I love the tank controls, like after playing them for years, but like I had no idea how to get there, and he got me there, and I saw the zombie fucking eat that dude's face.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I don't think that I want this game. So here's what they offered. They say, well, we're holding a contest here at Funkoland on Ridge Racer, so if you rank first place in the contest, you get a PlayStation 1. So, like, my mom rented me a PlayStation 1, and shit, like, there was some other...
Spree River. Are you supposed to do anything?
There were some other games, like, there's probably an entrance.
Yeah.
There were some other games and stuff that I rented with it, so I wasn't interested in Ridge Racer at all. She's like, come on, you're supposed to train for the contest. So I trained for the contest, and I got, like, 6th place, which wasn't too bad, so I won free movie tickets.
Oh, that's cool.
And it wasn't too bad, but, I mean, like, we eventually got a PlayStation 1, like, shortly after, like, that Christmas. And, I got this game that I'll never forget. It was horrendous. Worst RPG I've ever played. Just because it's, like, so generic. It was made by the people who made Golden Sun. It's called...
Where are you supposed to go?
I don't know. It's called Beyond the Beyond, if you've ever
I've heard of that game. I've never played it.
It's got the most ridiculous enemy encounter rate, and whenever you encounter an enemy, it's like... Like, every time. It's almost scarier than Five Nights at Freddy's or any of the jump scare games. Like, you're roaming along a peaceful forest, and you're like... Like, real quick. So I could, like...
You go to the Alex Hotel.
Okay.
So one of the buildings in the background you can go in.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Oh, well, Green Mansion. Hey, babe. Oh, okay.
So you have to go to some other
Well, I didn't
building?
know I could do that. I only thought I could go in the subway, so that's new information. Anyway, so yeah, that was like, I got that, and I got that Tomb Raider, the very first Tomb Raider.
I played the first and second one, like my friend had them, and I hated them.
Yeah, I didn't like it too much. And then I also got Jumping Flash, and I love Jumping
I've never
Flash.
played that game.
Really? It's great.
The first PlayStation game I ever played was Battle Arena to Shinden.
Oh,
it was
really?
at a Target. They had like set up. I'm like, this is the best game I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, because like the graphics and everything.
I played some really fucked up PlayStation 1 games. There's this one called Loaded, which was a top-down.
No, I have Loaded. I rented that.
Here's the thing. It has, like, built into the menu, it has a format memory card thing.
What?
And I formatted my memory card. And there was also a glitch that would format your memory card on top of that. So I, like, wasn't a fan of that game anymore.
That's the worst.
I also got Twisted Metal in the long box.
Dude, Twisted Metal 1, I loved that game. Twisted Metal 2 is my favorite one
Oh,
still.
it's definitely the best.
But 1, I thought was my second favorite.
I think it's like 1, 2, and Black are the only ones I like in the series.
3 and 4 were both pretty terrible.
I haven't ever played Small Brawl, but I was always curious. I was always curious about that one.
Actually, the Head-On for PSP.
Apply directly to the forehead.
That one is that what's called Head-On?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
for
That
the
one's the best one.
They ported that to oh, here we go.
That one's my favorite one because it's a port basically of Twisted Metal 2,
Two
but it has
with
more stuff in it,
stuff,
like a few more levels and a few more things. So that's my favorite one.
It was, you know what's crazy about Twisted Metal 2 is that it preloaded the game to the RAM of the PSP.
Really?
So like if you wanted to play multiplayer, like Ray and I had that, my friend Ray, in our social studies class. So we both had our PSPs, but he only had one copy of that. Oh yeah, this is the girl that shows you her tits in the Japanese one.
Wow.
Anyway, basically if you got into the multiplayer, one person would load the game's multiplayer, and then you pass over the UMD, and the other person could load it.
Wow.
You guys could load the maps and play, and then whenever you got to the one screen, you would have to swap it back to the other person.
That's crazy.
There's a few games like that, like Tony Hawk 2 did that.
Did you ever play the new Twisted Metal game on the PS3?
I own it.
Is it good?
Oh,
they're doing it.
Yeah.
But
I've never... Oh, look at my health.
Wow.
Just like Grand Theft Auto. Or just like Golgo 13.
Oh, yeah.
I did play it a bit with Ryan, and the stuff I played I liked. It just was pretty tough. Like the maps aren't as small, and that's what I missed, because the small maps were focused and they were more like arenas. These are like
go back to the river.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
But the new Twisted Metal games are like Grand Theft Auto scale almost. Like they're huge maps, so like you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, keep going left.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on, so like you're trying to
you have to go to the Green Mansion again, wherever that is.
Oh, so that's all the way.
But it says go left.
I don't care. I'll get there.
But you have to get the scuba gear from the Green Mansion, and then go to the river. Anyway, yeah, I love the Twisted Metal games. I like Vigilante 8 games also.
Vigilante.
But I liked them. But then I went back and tried playing them again, and I didn't like them.
We played them together on one KGR episode.
Oh, did we?
One KGB episode. Yeah, we played Vigilante 8, or was it Road Trip?
We played Road Trip.
Road Trip.
We need to actually play it again. Like that was a crappy episode. We played like one map in multiplayer.
Well, that
and
and your
was
fucking aquarium is just like.
Yeah. I would love to actually revisit that.
Yeah,
for real.
we would have to redo many of the old KGR episodes.
Yeah.
Like Ninja Golf deserves.
Yeah, Ninja Golf deserves a better episode. Yeah. Like remastered HD remake.
Yeah.
KGR
Different
HD
basement.
remake. Yep. Higher quality equipment.
Give me the scuba gear, please.
Scuba guards. What brings you to this palace? Can you get some scuba gear and a spear gun? Condor left something here. This palace is connected to the Spree River. Scuba gear.